Okay, so anyway, I'm home now. I'm going to put this first, people. I just want to say, what you're going to see is me driving around, right? I went and got some dolls for Alea May for when she's older, and a robot that Andre can build is nothing fancy, right? Anyway, and I was videotaping the houses that are, like, being built. So anyway, I just Googled houses in Surrey. Here's South Surrey White Rock Great Mansion sitting on half an acre. This is a half an acre plus. Anyway, it's $5 million. You can see that. Okay, the next one down is another $5 million. 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 All right, and so on, so on, and so on. These are all. That's $4.5 million. That right there. Right. Let's go up to 167. Let's see what that says. So here we go. Here's an old bungalow, basically, for $774,000. Right, beautiful 3-bedroom single-family home on our corner lot. This right here, which will be torn down, and a monster home will be built on it. That's $770,000. Right, and that's not too far from me. That's just up on 76 and 125. Right, buildings, apartment buildings. You can see. Right, that's another old house, beautiful 2-story with basement. That's only there for a while, though, people. Right. Oh, we just seen that one. That was the last one. So just an old bungalow, just a little 3-bedroom with a 1-bath. Right, you're looking at $800,000 for that. Right, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. It's not very large in terms of square footage, so just round it off at $800,000. Right. 56 and 179. That's a little further out than where I was. Right, here's another one. This one's actually not too far from me. I'm on 108 Ave and 132 Street. This is 130th. And this is 108. And they've got it at $775,000, with a 3-bedroom and 2-bath. Very, very small. That's a small little rancher, people. Right, pushing to almost $1 million. Right, the houses on my block down 132A with that land assembly, they're selling for $2 million. Right, somebody's already made inquiries in them. Right, and because they're being done under a land assembly with basically one owner, with multiple names and multiple bank accounts, but you know, it's the same old people buying the same old property 4 times a year. Here's another one, right, not too far from me. That's another $800,000, and of course that will end up getting tore down, right? I don't know about that one, but anyway, that's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. It's a little bigger. I don't know why it's so cheap, but that's one of the cheaper ones anyway. Okay, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. You can see. Now the thing is, people, $7 billion was laundered in this province. $7 billion, 7 Canadian dollars, 7 billion Canadian dollars was laundered through the province of British Columbia just in 2018. And that is what they are aware of, people. That is what they are documenting. So you know the rabbit hole is deeper than $7 billion that's being laundered. That is, a lot of it is fentanyl money. And illegal organ harvesting, people. I'm sorry, how is it that you can have all these $1 million homes be built where the majority of people moving in are immigrants, that probably more than half have poor English skills, if any. Who is buying these houses? And how are they buying these houses? Where is their employment? Right? Here we go. Look at this. Who can afford $3,400,000 for a house that's probably, it's this one right here, people. Do you see it? Probably, that's 105A Ave and 144. I'm off of 137 and 108. That is within a 15-block radius of me, and they're selling this house for $3,400,000. This one here, you get a bit more for your money, but again, it's $3,500,000. Okay? If people are, here's another one, not too far from me, another rancher that's going to get bulldozed down, right? $4 million for this. Okay? If people can afford to buy this, to tear them down, to build something even more expensive, and they're not coming from here. They're not coming from here, people. They're coming from different countries. But yet, they can afford to buy these places. Right? You don't think spending $500,000 for some primo body tissues and organs on the black market isn't going to be tempting for these people that are, oh God, indulging themselves in this kind of a free-for-all in terms of cutting down all the trees and building so you can run around town bragging that you're a rich man, but yet have dead people all over the place because of your richness. Because there's a lot of rich people out here, people. And there's a lot of people dying out here, too. And my family members happen to be one of them. Like I said, Uncle John, medically kidnapped for his money, tucked away like a dirty secret, Fraser Health's dirty secret, right? Until all the paperwork was done and everything was stamped. Then they just let him rot away by himself. Didn't care, like an old lonely man, until the dirty secret just died and Uncle John's story was untold. There are a lot of Uncle Johns out there. Because the sign of the times is to build these unaffordable houses that only non-speaking English people can afford to buy. How do you turn this way? And that's the honest God truth. Unless, of course, you're an Eleanor and you go around robbing old people for their money so you can keep up with the Punjabis.
So my son is sick for the first time. He's 7 months and he's never had a cold or any fever. But just yesterday he started getting a runny nose and now he's coughing and he's sneezing so much. And on top of that, he's teething. So like he's not really sleeping right now. He's really fussy and I'm so tired. But I'm so glad my sister's home to watch him for me now, so I can get a little bit of sleep. But my poor baby, I hate seeing him like that. But I am so happy that I get to take care of him. I love him so much.
Is this recording?
What are we doing now? No, why are we doing a video?
See any white people? I don't.
Nope. What are we looking for again now?
That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. What was that?
I don't know.
Look, there's a peacock.
Where?
Right there.
Nice. I'm gonna go pet it.
No, you can't.
Not.
You can't. That's because there's rich people out here, people. This is where my daughter's organs ended up. Okay?
It's crossing the road.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, peacock.
Right. This is why we have illegal organ harvesting going on in the province of British Columbia, Canada. Okay? Do you see this? This is all new. Seems to me there's a lot of rich people in the province of British Columbia, Canada, eh? Oh, there's an old bungalow. These are new. This is what they're building now, these things. Get out of here. All new. These are all new. This is what's ravaging the province. Look at all the trees. Ornamental trees. Do you see these? What do you think these are going to be in 50 years from now? So must be a lot of rich people in this neighborhood. There's a whole bunch more people. Do you see them? And these are the cheap homes. Right? All in there. It's all been torn down. You can see all the trees are just, I don't know, this is what it used to look like in terms of forest. Until they start ripping them down. Here's some more. It's like everywhere. The province is being taken over. Oops, sorry. Completely taken over. Selling lots, getting ready to tear down more trees, tear down more houses. You can see these ones have all been done, all torn down. Here, we'll let this dude go. See this? It's like this everywhere. So when a Punjabi says he's rich because this is what he does, he's not lying, people. He's not lying. But at what human cost? Because there is a human cost behind this, people. Kind of makes you wonder where everybody is working. Here's a whole bunch more. The thing is, they're coming. They're on this side too. You can see it's all the way down. Still building them. And then eventually they're going to get up in here. I'm going to tear down all the trees. That's an old house. It will get torn down. And then they're going to come in and they're going to do this. See this? This is what's going up. Nobody can afford that. As the land is going bare. Here, we'll just let these people go by. Right? People are being forced out of their property. It won't be long before these guys will be forced out. Those guys will be forced out. These people will be forced out. And those things will be built that none of these people will be living in. Because the people that are moving into those houses over there or coming from a different country. And that house will be gone. Everything on this street will be wiped out. That one will be gone. And then they're gonna build this. And there it goes all the way down there. You can see it. Eventually, like I said, the city of Surrey is cutting down 50,000 trees. These are the trees that they're gonna be cutting down throughout the whole freaking district, right? The bees will continue to die, right? The animals will have no place to go. Do you see? This is what they're replacing these trees with, people. Do you see the tree? There's your tree. That's what they're replacing those trees with. Okay? That right there. Do you see that? And there's just one out of a whole nothing. I don't know where these police are. But this is just, and these are the cheap homes. Okay, these are just row housing. This isn't in an area where they're building the monster homes. These are not monster homes. These are like little townhouses. And then they're building these things. See? Cranes all over the place. Alright. They're all over. That's what they're building on my street. What are those things? Tearing down the old buildings. All the old apartments. So people have no place to live. This is one of the few places that poor people can live.
And they're building another one.
Not much longer. The floors were sinking in, and all these buildings are full of cockroaches. I gotta make sure there's nobody beside me.
Yeah, there's one guy.
All these buildings now. Apartment buildings, they're all full of cockroaches. Renting out for, what do you call it? $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 for 2-bedroom apartments, $1,550 and up for 3-bedroom apartments that are like so old with cockroaches and bed bugs that you can't imagine, people. So anyway, what they do is they buy that house, that's already an empty lot, been tore down. They buy that house, and after they get 4 or 5 houses, 6 houses, 7 houses, they tear them all down, kick everybody out, tear them all down, and then they build those, right? And of course you can't afford them because you just can't. So then it gets bought or sold or whatever to somebody that wasn't born in this country, people. Basically, so these houses are old. These are the old bungalows that are going to be tore down, right? So they haven't really started. Well, yeah, they have. There's one right there. Another one. All right. Some old bungalows. Well, I haven't really done anything around here. Yet. Oh, I'm just going home. I just picked up some dolls for Lammy, for for when she's older. And a little robot thing for Andre.
Should I show them?
No. Let's just take a boo down here. These little bungalows will be tore down. It's an Uncle John house. One day they'll just go missing in action. Kind of makes you where these people make their money to be able to afford all this, people. Seriously. What do they do for a living? This is just a few blocks away from me. This is why I am losing my home. Because there is no value with my family. Other than live for a while. Do you see this? Look at this. Who does this? Who pays for this, people? What are these the doctors that provide quality health care? Nurses that provide quality health care? Embalming people in hospitals when they should be pronounced dead, and cops should be doing their jobs and arresting people for murdering others with fentanyl? I don't even know where I am. I mean, it's everywhere. It's like everywhere. This is just not too far from me. This is why I'm being pushed out of my house. Because they want to build something like that. As my family members are being picked off one by one. See this? Interesting how my grandson has cerebral palsy, right? And the hospital staff did nothing about it. Even though he was showing signs the minute that they took him out of Shemai's womb. Oh, here's some new ones. Do you see how they wiped out the whole block? Brand new. Look at this, people. Tell me I am not being pushed out of my country. Tell me how I'm not being pushed out of my country.
There's a wall there.
That was that side. Let's look at this side. Do you see this, people? It's like a fucking plague. Where's the trees? There's the trees there. Whatever was around here is gone. And trust me, they're going to get up in there and they're going to rip down those trees too. That's what they do. Guy watering his trees. A little short on trees there, bud. I bet he's a happy fucking camper. What's your employment? I'd like to know. What do all these people do, people to afford this shit? Huh? Can't speak English, most of them. Can't write it, most of them. But yet, they're buying these kind of houses. Like, how does that make any fucking sense? See this one here? What's this? Develop, proposal, right there. Proposed, lot. Do you see how they're just tearing shit down? Perfectly good house, but it doesn't fit with the norm. It doesn't keep up with the Joneses now. So they're gonna be tearing this one down too. Right? I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they're gonna be tearing down that house, this house, probably that one, probably that one. That's what they like to do. That one will get tore down. That one's new. You can see how big it is. That one's new. You can see how big it is. It's like, what do these people do? So for anyone to sit up there and say that my daughter's organs were not illegally harvested when we know that they were, sorry, you don't go off and bomb people in a hospital setting and then play them off like they're alive. It's because of this shit, people, okay? It's because of this shit. Anyway, we'll just keep on going like the ever-ready battery here. You can see I'm almost home now, people. Right? This is why. Look at this. Do you see? Look at this. Tell me, how is that a house? How does that make any sense, people? Who's buying that? Where are they coming from? Right? All down there. It's everywhere. Won't be long before all these people will be out of these houses too. Alright. That's the mission house. And then they build in again these things. Right. Those have been there for a while. That's pretty much it. I'm going to show them how they glamorize. Show you how they glamorize. See, grand opening. You see how they glamorize people? they try and make it look like they're diverse. So they put in some Chinese people. Right. They try and make it look like it's diverse, but it's not. There's the little house. Only it's not so little anymore. Right. And there's my house. Living on a thread. That's what I'm doing, people. I'm just living on a thread.